A boy born to sage Prachet was given the name Ratnakar by his parents. It is said that when Ratnakar was few years old, he wandered into a forest and got lost. The young boy was found by a hunter who adopted and raised him. Under his foster father's guidance, Ratnakar also grew up to become an accomplished hunter. When Ratnakar reached marriageable age, he was married to a girl from a hunter family. With time, Ratnakar's family increased in number and he became a father to 5 children. This expansion of his family became difficult for hunter Ratnakar to make ends meet. He used to live on the bank of holy river Ganga in a small cottage. As a result, out of desperation, he took to robbery and began looting travelers who passed by his area. With time, he became so ruthless that people used to fear him a lot. Not only humans but also animals were afraid of him. Whenever Ratnakar visited a place, everyone used to run inside their houses. When he walked through the forest, birds and animals ran back to their nest and caves in fear. This shows how heinous Ratnakar was. On one fine day, Ratnakar hid in the forest near the pathway, waiting for his victim. Few hours later, sage Narad was passing through the path. He looks very peaceful and composed. The sage was chanting bhajans and marveling at the beauty of nature. Suddenly, Ratnakar jumped from behind the stone and ordered, "Hand me everything you are carrying right now, or I will harm you." With love and care in his eyes, Narad replied, "My dear, you really think I own something to give you? The only thing I have right now is the old clothes I am wearing. If you wish to take it, then please yourself." Ratnakar was shocked by the answer. He hesitated and looked right into the sage's eyes. On looking at it, the filthy and wicked mind of Ratnakar soothed. Ji was aware of this transformation. He smiled and slowly began to describe how killing other living beings is a big sin and stealing others' belongings earned by hard work is wrong. At last, Naradji said, "Your family may enjoy the fruits of your sinful actions, but they will not share any of your sins. At last, you are the only one who would be getting punished." Naradji added, "If you don't believe me, then go and ask your family if any of them will share the sins you are committing to take care of them." After tying sage Narad to a tree to prevent him from escaping, Ratnakar returned to his family and asked every member if they were willing to share his sins. No one was ready or willing to share the burden of Ratnakar's sins. Heartbroken at his family's response, Ratnakar returned to the Narad and asked him the path to salvation, to which Narad asked him to chant the name of Lord Rama. But no matter how much Ratnakar tried, he couldn't pronounce Rama. So Narad asked Ratnakar to pronounce Rama backwards as Mara. Ratnakar began his penance by chanting as Narad has instructed him. Years passed, and one day, when Ratnakar was sitting still and meditating for years, ants covered his body with mud and built their nest. And when Lord Brahma appeared to bless him, he saw Ratnakar covered by the ant hill, also called Valmika, and gave him the name Valmiki. Later, once the sage went to bath in the river Tamsa. While bathing, his eyes fell on a pair of herons by the riverside. He started to adore them. Then suddenly, an arrow from a hunter struck and killed the male. The female bird cried out in sorrow at the sight of its dead companion, which also died soon with shock and grief. With pain and anger by what had happened to the birds, Valmiki's heart melted at this pitiful sight. He looked around to find out who had shot the birds. He saw a hunter with a bow and arrow nearby. Valmiki became very angry. His lips opened and he cried out, Manishad Pratishtham Tvam Gamah Shashwatih Samah Yat Kraun Mithuna Dekam Vadih Kam Mohitam. Meaning, you will find no rest for the long years of eternity, for you have killed the birds in love and unsuspecting. Emerging spontaneously from Valmiki's rage and grief, this couplet is considered the first shlok in Sanskrit literature. The first shlok that Maharshi Valmiki recited, however, had nothing to do with Ramayana. It was in fact a curse for the hunter who had acted in such a cruel manner. However, the shlok was grammatically perfect. After reciting the shlok, when the Maharshi returned to his ashram, he was visited by Lord Brahma. The Lord blessed him and gave him the task of writing Ramayana, and thus Valmiki composed the great epic Ramayana, the life story of Lord Ram. While composing the Ramayana, Lord Ram's wife Sita and their sons Lava and Kush came to stay in Valmiki's ashram. After Valmiki finished composing the Ramayana, he taught it to Lava and Kush, who sang the epic's verses and spread its glory far and wide. If you like the video, kindly don't forget to like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.